Well, we are looking at an 11 Live weather impact alert for today through Monday, folks. That's how long these impacts will linger because of freezing rain. Freezing rain comes down as liquid, so it feels like it's just raining on the outside, but when it hits surfaces, especially elevated surfaces, begins to freeze over. And that is what we're anticipating as we head further into the afternoon, tonight, and into tomorrow as well. Travel will be very, very tricky and dangerous in some spots. You're looking at power outages as well. Those are our two main concerns, but we'll see trees begin to topple over, which will lead to more problems, right? Trying to get around on roads or even power outages in our forecast area. So you got to be very careful on the outside as we continue to slide through the day today. Right now, there's not a whole lot going on throughout our forecast area, but we'll be watching for it as we head through the day. Right now on the radar, you can see where we had a little bit of light snow up here to the far north. Well, flurries at best. A lot of this is not reaching the ground, and you see how it's starting to disappear now here on the radar here. Up here to the north, we've been watching a little bit of precipitation coming out of the skies. We got some pictures that were coming in even from the overnight. And some of these spots up here in the higher elevations is where we're starting to see some of that reach the ground, but not in the lower elevations, of course. Over toward Calhoun, Adairsville, appears to be some mixing taking place. Haven't seen any reports as of yet, but eventually, yeah, it'll start coming down, folks. You see how things have begun to subside over into Helen and Mossy Creek, White County, where we saw a few flurries earlier, but that's about it. Once you get down towards Gainesville and southward, not a whole lot going on. We have the clouds in place. We don't anticipate the precipitation to really begin in the metro area until we get toward the latter half of the afternoon and into the evening. Ice storm warning you can see for much, in fact, all of North Georgia, including the metro area, Georgia's Rome, Atlanta, over toward Athens. Just to the south of that, when you get south of Henry County, you run into that blue area there. That is where we have the winter weather advisories that are in effect for today. Now, significant ice accumulations possible in these areas, especially up here to the far north and east. We're expecting to see maybe up to 3/4 of an inch of ice. That is very, very heavy ice and will do some major, major damage. Okay, so we have to be on the lookout for that. That extends almost down into the metro area. You see temperatures are above the freezing mark in a lot of spots, even Blairsville at 40. 30 right now in Dalton, that's just below the freezing mark there, but you're at 39 degrees in Georgia's Rome, where we had a few dots coming down as well. In the 40s, and I suspect we'll stay in the 40s here in the metro area at least through about 3 o'clock this afternoon before those temperatures continue to fall for today. 41 degrees by 3, as a matter of fact. You're looking at 39 degrees by 7. That's when we'll start to see the onset of some of that precipitation. It may start off as rain, but we'll begin to mix with freezing rain, and eventually it will change over to all rain as we head through the overnight. Here's how it plays out. Forecast track model. You can follow along with me right there. Time right there at the top of the screen. It shows clouds for much of the day. And then once we start to get into the evening, this is by 6:30. Notice it's up there to the north that we've been seeing that precipitation. That will continue to be the case, which is why we think our totals will be higher. Of course, up here may start off as a little rain, and then it starts to mix with and then change over into all freezing rain, especially as we head toward the 11 o'clock hour. Overnight, all freezing rain right on through Sunday morning. We'll be dealing with that as well. The question will be how long this wedge will hang on. As more of that moisture continues to move in and some warmer air tries to come our way, we'll be watching that. We're going to see a line of some very heavy rain and possibly some thunderstorms late Sunday afternoon. That will move through the area, and then the rain begins to subside, and then the colder air comes in, and we'll have worse problems after that, which will lead to more impacts. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. Guys, back to you.